Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. Nine, I can see 9 viewers, so thank you all for joining on time. And we already have questions from Leo.
Yeah. So I'll take this question. So he's asking that his whenever he see Quant's question, my mind goes completely blank and it's very demotivating for him. Uh, and he feels that I'm at zero in QA right now. I do practice, but every time there are new sums I can't solve. So I would suggest Leo, what you can do is practice because in quants, I don't know at what level of preparation you are at quants, but I would suggest at least in each topic, solve a minimum of 40 odd questions so that you get acquainted with it. And if you're weak in quants, so what you can do is make a formula sheet wherein you're writing formulae, from of the particular topic that you're doing right now, and then you can just revise. So basically what I did was, even I was not that good in quants as well. So how I developed my quant area was, I used to revise the same questions which I used to solve in the first place. So I mean, till the during the till the D day, I had revised chords almost twice, thrice, and every time I used to solve the same questions, so that I used to get acquainted with the questions. So you get used to the questions. तो अगर डिफिकल्ट भी कुछ आ रहा है तो भी you'll be able to solve it. So minimum of 40 questions per section, I mean per topic of quant, and then keep revising it and solve the same questions when you're revising it. I would suggest, because when you're giving sectionals or when you're giving mocks, so you will definitely come across different uh, questions. So this is what you can do, and also you can practice speed math. Firstly, because that will also help you in a lot of DI sets, as well as you'll take lesser time to solve a particular quant question. Also,
So
Leo,
again, Leo,
yeah.
there is time. I think abhi to I just tell everyone that if you have identified also that your weakness is quant and all the other sections are relatively stronger, then you have a lot of time to improve on quant. And there are almost 20 weeks, 18 weeks, you can say. So you can just do 3 topics a week, दो दो दिन पूरा पूरा दिन. If you do quant काफी strong हो जाएगा, तो you can take small steps. पहले तो quant में भी try to break it down कि किस area, algebra, arithmetic, geometry, which is the area जहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा difficulty हो रही है, and start working on that. मतलब let's make the problem into smaller parts and then deal with that, one day at a time or one week at a time. But again, बहुत time है, so don't worry too much. There is enough time to improve any section.
Also, Leo, once you start giving sectional, I was a little weak in cons as well, so which I improved over time. But what I used to do is I used to never keep cons towards the end. If I used to keep it towards the end, तो मेरा confidence बहुत low हो जाता था कि अब तो मैं solve नहीं कर पाऊंगी, because quant questions take a little bit more time as compared to other maybe verbal or abstract questions. So you can take maybe cons to maybe you can attempt that section on a chronology of two or three. Also, Tejas wants to know my mock scores for Test Funda, IMS, and time. So in Test Funda, initially, when I gave my first mock, it was around 85 to 90. Then, as and when I did my analysis, gave more and more sectionals, improved my areas, so I reached 110. And then eventually, before the D-Day, I used to be around 135 to 140. And if it is a very difficult mock, then definitely I used to sometimes score 120 as well. For IMS, I never scored above 100 in any of the mocks. So initially, I gave around 4 or 5 mocks, and then I used to get demotivated a lot. So I didn't give after that. So I mean, 4 to 5 mocks is something that I gave from IMS. And for time, I used to get a decent score because time mocks are a little on easier side. So I used to get 145, 150, a bit towards the end, of course. Sometimes even 155, because time mocks are a little bit on the easier side.
Yeah, in test funda, I think मेरा भी it was 130 तक. I started with 70 after was my first mock after CAT. Went to 130, and IMS was I think 110 last May. IMS is definitely tougher. I think test fund is the most like one of the best mocks for CET because if you purchase it from either the TTP or from test fund or whatever, 30 mocks you get and 40 sectional tests. Um, so 10 section tests for each section. So whenever you feel that any section is weak, you can focus on that. And 30 mocks is a lot of practice. And matlab, it is enough. I had taken around 20 mocks. So 30 is more than sufficient to test fund is closest to the CET level, I would say.
Yes. So Isha is asking the sequence of solving paper. So Isha, there is no such sequence of solving the paper. You'll have to do trial, you will have to do permutation combinations, what suits you. But I'll tell what suited me. So I used to start with LR because it used to give me confidence because it was my stronger area. So I used to start with LR. Then as I said, cons was a little weak. Then I used to take cons. After which I used to solve abstract and then towards the end verbal. So you'll have to try, see what suits you because when I used to give cons towards the end, I used to be, I mean, मैं solve ही नहीं कर पाती थी questions. Even though analysis करते time, I used to be able to solve most of them पर paper मतलब when I used to give the paper, when I used to solve it तो तब तो नहीं होता था मुझसे क्योंकि I used to feel कि अब तो time खत्म हो रहा है 30 मिनट ही बाकी है मुझसे नहीं होगा. This is what I used to feel. So you can try different ways, whatever suits you and see.
I had got my weakest section in the end, so हाँ try तो करना पड़ेगा. Just try in 2 to 3 marks of how you're scoring. But I think start with some section जहाँ पे थोड़ा you are sort of strong in because वो starting में थोड़ा confidence आता है which helps you for the rest of the paper. I'd say whatever you do अपना weakest section पहले मत लेना because then you might get too scared and worried for the rest of the paper. You need that initial confidence, especially on the D day when you're already very nervous.
True. So I'll take this question by Guru Das. He's like 12th May marks come आए 57%. Will it affect the placements and the companies and all of that? So we have an example. Shrikant also scored very low in his 12th marks, but he had gotten into a very good consulting company. So it doesn't impact until and unless you're able to, answer them. Ki why did you score low? There might be multiple reasons, so itna it is not going to impact. It depends more upon how you're preparing for your placements, maybe the HR questions, or maybe if you're whatever field, whatever stream that you're going to choose for. So it won't impact your placements.
हाँ आई थिंक ओवरऑल ये प्रोफाइल रिलेटेड तो आता ही है क्वेश्चन तो जस्ट वन थिंग आई सी आज के टुडे इफ यू सी नवंबर में 2025 में तुम हो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज यू आर गेटिंग बिकॉज प्रोफाइल तो हो गया अभी पास में वो तो तुम चेंज कर ही नहीं सकते हो तो यू आर गेटिंग अ सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ जॉब सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ रोल्स पे एक्सेट्रा ठीक है एक लेवल ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी तुम्हें मिल रही है आज के तारीख में बट whenever you go to a college like JBIMS or IIM, you will obviously get opportunities much better than you are getting today. ठीक है ऐसे 2-3 अपॉर्चुनिटीज हो सकती है द क्रीम ऑफ द क्रीम कंपनीज हु वांट जेबीआईएमएस के भी टॉप 1-2 स्टूडेंट्स आईएम एबीसी में भी दे वांट जस्ट द टॉप स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ आईएम तो मे बी तुम्हें वो नहीं मिले विच इज फाइन बट द रेस्ट ऑफ द अपॉर्चुनिटीज obviously you can aim for and you can convert and the other part is you get 2 years in a B school right JBIMS IMA तो तुम्हें ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम अगर आ जाओगे तो तुम्हें जॉब मिल जाएगा बिकॉज प्लेसमेंट्स होता है आफ्टर योर फर्स्ट ईयर उसके थोड़े टाइम बाद सो ऑलमोस्ट 12 मंथ्स 14 मंथ्स यू विल गेट तो उसमें यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन योर प्रोफाइल यू हैव टू लर्न अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स तो when you improve that obviously you will be able to convert those opportunities so I think there's two parts opportunities जो तुम्हारे पास आज है उससे तो ज्यादा ही आएंगी when you go to a top B school and you have time in a top B school to improve yourself on paper, and communication, confidence, in the soft skills as well, to convert those opportunities.
Yes. I'll take this question by Vicky. He's asking me, while analyzing mock, should he note down important and the wrong questions so that he can revise it later? I would suggest it depends upon the question, because see, there are critical reasoning questions, LR maybe questions होते हैं, so you can't keep on noting down everything. So what you can do is, जैसे कि what I would do is, LR का तो I don't think so you have to note down anything, neither for abstract. Verbal का what you can do is, you will understand after a point of time कौन से ग्रामर की क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं जो सेम रूल पे है, वो रिपीट हो रहे हैं, दैट यू कैन नोट डाउन इफ यू वांट. और मे बी सिनोनिम्स एंटोनिम्स आ रहे हैं, दैट यू कैन नोट डाउन. इवन फॉर कॉन्ट्स यू कैन डू दिस, क्योंकि कॉन्ट्स के क्वेश्चंस वेरी करते हैं, एंड इफ योर कॉन्ट्स इज वीक तो यू कैन डू दैट. नॉट एवरी क्वेश्चन, बट अगर आपको लग रहा है कि, क्योंकि सी 200 क्वेश्चंस में से 50-60 क्वेश्चंस तो रॉन्ग होने वाले, सो यू कांट सिट एंड राइट ऑल द 60 क्वेश्चंस बाय योरसेल्फ. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन व्हाट यू थिंक, एलआर का, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट का, देयर इज नो नीड. देन वर्बल का, एज आई सेड, ग्रामर वगैरह का जो रूल रिपीटेटिव हो रहा है, वो दैट यू कैन राइट. इवन फॉर दैट मैटर, कॉन्स में जो रिपीटेटिव क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल एनी फ्रॉम एनी पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, तो यू कैन नोट इट डाउन, क्यों ना ये टाइप का क्वेश्चन या फिर समथिंग अराउंड दैट आ रहा है कंटिन्यूसली. सो दैट इज व्हाट यू कैन डू, सो दैट इट विल, आई मीन, सो दैट यू कैन रिवाइज इट टुवर्ड्स द एंड.
हाँ, आई होप कि आफ्टर टेकिंग द मॉक जो भी रॉन्ग या अनअटेम्प्टेड है वो तुम सॉल्व कर रहे हो पहले. तो दैट इज द मेन थिंग. मतलब यू हैव टू एंश्योर कि तुमने अगर कोई क्वेश्चन रॉन्ग किया है या अनअटेम्प्ट किया है, वो अगर फिर से आए तो तुमसे हो जाना चाहिए. ऐसा एक रहना चाहिए लर्निंग आफ्टर द मॉक. तो इफ यू आर डूइंग दैट तो आई डोंट थिंक इतना नोट करने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. बट हाँ, आई थिंक आई एग्री विद शिवाली कि वर्बल के रूल्स और ये सब तुम नोट कर सकते हो, और क्वांट के फॉर्मूलाज, इफ समथिंग यू डिड नॉट, वो सोल्यूशन में तुम्हें दिख रहा है कि दिस इज सम फॉर्मूला यू डोंट नो, मे बी समथिंग लाइक दैट यू कैन नोट.
Yeah, so I'll take this question by Vicky. He wants to know the number of mocks to be given from now. So what you can do is, you can start, if you have not given a single mock, you can start by giving a mock so that you understand where you're lying. What are your because preparation is one part, and giving mocks and analyzing it is a very different part. Because I mean, I started giving my mock when I had prepared fully. I mean, all my topics were done from all the sections, and then too I scored around 85 to 90. So then it takes a lot of time to analyze, to understand कि आपका what will be the chronology in which you will give the paper. Also, what you can do, as the question that you are asking, the number of mocks to be given, you can start with one mock per week. When if you're just starting to give a mock, तो एनालाइज करो कि कौन से एरियाज वीक है, कौन से एरिया स्ट्रांग है. जो वीक एरियाज है उस पर काम करो, गिव सेक्शनल्स. इफ देर इज सर्टन सेक्शन में कोई तो एक टॉपिक है जिसका आपका कंसिस्टेंटली रॉन्ग आ रहा है, या फिर दो क्वेश्चन आया फिर भी रॉन्ग आ रहा है, तो इम्प्रूव दैट, प्रैक्टिस दैट पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन का, दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, एंड देन यू कैन गिव अ मॉक. एज ऑफ नाउ यू कैन गिव वन मॉक per week. As and when you go ahead, so 2 mocks per week, and from Jan, so I would definitely suggest giving 2 to 3 mocks per week. I mean, if you're giving 3 more, I mean, I myself used to give 3 mocks 2-3 months before the exam. So you can do that. 2 to 3 mocks per week since January is also a good number. But also focus more on analyzing the mock and not just giving it, solving all the wrong questions, solving all the right questions, and seeing if you can, decrease the time that you're giving to that particular question. If there are any other trick or any other way you can solve it faster. So do that as well when you're analyzing. It's okay if you're not giving, like, alternate mocks on alternate day basis as well, but analyze thoroughly, practice on your weaker sections so that you improve your score. So the end goal is to improve score and not to give 100 mocks.
राइट. आई थिंक बेसिक रूल ये है कि इन जनरल 20 to 25 मॉक्स चाहिए रहता है. बट आफ्टर यू टेक अ मॉक, जस्ट लर्न एवरीथिंग यू कैन फ्रॉम दैट मॉक, एंड एंश्योर कि यू आर इम्प्रूविंग योरसेल्फ आफ्टर एवरी मॉक. और जो गलतियां कर रहे हो वो मॉक में, वो फिर से नहीं हो. तो इफ यू कीप इम्प्रूविंग, ऐसे तुम्हारे स्टार्टिंग में तो बहुत जल्दी जल्दी एवरी मॉक में यू कैन इंक्रीज 10 10 मार्क्स इफ यू लर्न फ्रॉम योर मिस्टेक्स. आफ्टर दैट 5522 marks से you keep increasing, तो you will be able to reach 140, 150, 160. And just a small announcement for everyone जो live पे है, this year TTP is launching an offline batch for CET. That is the CET that will happen in April. So the first CET जो होगा, because as you know, and the video is on our channel as well, कि इस बार CET is going to happen twice. तो जो फर्स्ट सीटी होता है इन अप्रैल, उसके लिए हमारा बैच स्टार्टिंग on December 6th in Ghatkopar and Dadar. We'll also have an offline session in the center before that on how you can prepare, strategy क्या होनी चाहिए, overview of CET. उसके details will be announced on the channel and Instagram. But if you are living near Ghatkopar Dadar, you want to attend, have the TTP experience offline, so you can call us on our number. And also same time में online batch भी start होगा, तो if you are someone outside Mumbai, then you can call us on that number if you are interested in joining that batch.
So Aman is asking, should he be solving area test after completion of syllabus or after completion of chapter? What you can do is there are multiple area tests as well. So you can once you're done with that particular chapter, you can give one. Maybe when you're revising that particular topic, if it is like quants or something, then you can give it then as well. I mean, after when you're done with the syllabus, so when you're revising it. So you can do it. Area test is just going to improve your, I mean, the number of, you'll get exposure to the number of questions. And also, when you're, आप जब एक टॉपिक सॉल्व कर रहे होते हो तो you don't sit with the timer. तो if you're giving area test तो you'll understand कि even जब timer चालू रहता है, when you're under pressure, तो कैसे you have to solve it. So you can give one, once you're done with that particular chapter, and maybe the rest, as in when you're revising, or you think कि mock दे दिया, कुछ area है जिसमें you're weak, yeah, तो then you can give the area test.
I see one question about how many hours should I put in for CET, guys. ऐसा कुछ magic number of hours नहीं है. I think if you are a student, if you are studying with a gap year, if you are studying with a job, how many ever hours you can spare, you should be. Gap में तो you should be studying for 6 to 8 hours because you don't have any other commitments. At least 6 to 8 hours because और तुम्हें कुछ करना नहीं. If you are at home, then take advantage of that because कोई स्टूडेंट है या कोई काम कर रहा है, उनके पास उन्हें आज ही नहीं है, तो ट्राई टू मैक्सिमाइज that. I was working to as a working professional at least 2 to 3 hours. If you are getting more time, if you are in a work from home job, something like that, try to go 3, 4. तो जितना भी टाइम तुम स्क्वीज आउट कर सकते हो अपने डे में, प्लीज करो. बिकॉज लुकिंग बैक यू शुड नॉट थिंक कि आई हैड मोर टाइम, शायद मैं कर देता तो थोड़ा और परसेंटाइल होता, आई वुड हैव गॉट एक्स कॉलेज की जगह वाई कॉलेज हो सकता. तो दिस इज नॉट a regret that you should have. Plus CET अभी 2 बार है, तो the problem that is going to happen is the cutoffs are going to go higher. You have to top in either the April attempt या June attempt. उसमें तुम्हें हर slot. So last time what happened is there was just one attempt, right? और 6 slot थे. तो basically you had to be in the top 6 of your slot in the open category because around 36, 38 general seats hai. So in your category, you have to be in the top 6. Now there are 2 attempts, assuming there are 6 slot. So in your slot, you have to be top 3 में. तो मतलब you have to top the exam in your slot. तो margin for error बहुत कम होने वाला है. You have 2 attempts, but in either attempt, you have to top your slot. So please put in all the hours you have,
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
try to be the best. मतलब mock में भी you have to try to come to rank one, जो भी तुम rank में हो, try improving, try pushing. uh,
Yes. So I'll take this question by Tejas. He's asking last time he scored a 95 percentile, but he was unable to solve VARC part itself because of time. So a strategy that you should follow. I would suggest VARC, but we still have 4 months to CT. I mean, there is enough time for you to increase your VARC score as well. And I mean, if you are going to skip any section, though, I don't think so. I mean, if you want to get into JBIMS, you have to solve all sections because there are going to be 1,000 people who are going to solve each and every section. And VARC definitely gives you around 30 to 35 marks. आराम से, because even I was weak in verbal, तो I mean even I used to towards the end I used to score 30-35 odd marks in verbal, and the time that you put in for verbal is very less because ग्रामर का रूल हो गया, वो कैब हो गया, इफ यू नो इट, इफ यू डोंट नो तो देर इज नो पॉइंट जस्ट वेस्टिंग टाइम ऑन इट. और आई मीन you don't 5 synonyms antonyms के questions can be solved in literally 5 seconds where you are pocketing 5 marks. तो for VRC, I would suggest कि you can start by just reading newspapers or any other book you like for at least half an hour, so that it is improving not just your VARC, not just your RC part in VARC, but helping you in the overall paper so that you can. So as I can see, you were unable to attempt the VARC section completely. So this will help you in increasing your speed for the overall paper as well. Maybe comprehension, or it might be comprehension, or फास्ट फास्ट रीड करना हो गया, वो भी यू विल इम्प्रूव इफ यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग एटलीस्ट फॉर हाफ एन आवर, सो यू कैन डू दैट. तो फिर उसके बाद सिनोनिम्स एंटोनिम्स के लिए एज एंड व्हेन यू विल गिव सेक्शनल, एज एंड व्हेन यू विल गिव मॉक्स, तो उसमें बहुत सारे वर्ड्स यू विल गेट. और इवन व्हेन यू रीड न्यूज़पेपर्स यू विल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ वर्ड्स जो यू वोंट बी नोइंग, तो यू कैन जस्ट नोट देम डाउन. आफ्टर अ पॉइंट यू योरसेल्फ विल अंडरस्टैंड कि बहुत सारे वर्ड्स रिपीट हो रहे हैं इवन मॉक्स में, सेक्शनल्स में, और वही वर्ड्स है जो आते हैं एग्जाम में भी. Even for that matter, grammar, I always suggest, what I did was I did 120 Rules by Nimisha Bansal, which is a free video which is available on YouTube. So you can do that. Once you're done with that, you're done with grammar. I mean, you can easily score those 5 marks without putting in much amount of time. So you can do that. And there are a lot of one liners such as critical reasoning हो गया या फिर para jumble हो गया. तो this you'll have to, even if you solve, say for example 40-50 odd questions per topic, तो भी you'll get an idea कि कैसे करना है. And then give sectionals, give mocks. Here I would suggest कि as you, verbal doesn't take much amount of time as well, so 20 to 25 minutes is also a fair amount of time to give for verbal. सो यू कैन स्टार्ट गिविंग अ मॉक, सी कि कौन से सेक्शन में ज्यादा टाइम जा रहा है जो आप कम करके यू कैन सॉल्व द VARC पार्ट, एंड दिस इज हाउ यू कैन इम्प्रूव इन योर VARC.
या ट्राई टू चेंज द स्ट्रैटेजी ऑल्सो, बाकी सेक्शन में टाइम कम करके. ऑब्वियसली कोई तो सेक्शन है लग रहा है क्वांट में ही यू आर स्पेंडिंग टू मच टाइम एंड उतने मार्क्स आ ही नहीं सकते उधर से. तो ट्राई टू रिड्यूस 15 मिनट्स इन दैट, 30 मिनट्स वर्बल कर दो. मे बी एज द सेकेंड सेक्शन और थर्ड सेक्शन, डोंट कीप इट टुवर्ड्स द एंड, एंड सी हाउ इट चेंजेस योर स्कोर.
Vicky is asking that some students are able to score 160, 170 in CET. He is unable to visit the questions properly as well. So just don't compare the amount of, I mean, the score that other peoples are getting. It is also very competitive. There is a lot of times where people pause in the mock and they sit for long hours, and they end up getting such high score. So even in top percentile, even the TTP mocks that we have, those are, I mean, we have a proper analysis of what amount of time that the particular person has given in. अगर ज़्यादा दिया है तो that analysis also you will get. So you uh, get a on broad strokes you get an idea कि कौन कितना टाइम देके कितना स्कोर ला रहा है. So you can do that. Also, जो ये होता है, when I gave my first mock, even I was unable to attempt all the questions. So this will happen as and when you start giving mocks, maybe frequently, maybe once a week at the start, during in the start, 2 mocks per week, as and how you proceed in your preparation. So जैसे जैसे you'll give mock, now you'll understand कि कौन सा सेक्शन है which is taking up a lot of time, कौन सा सेक्शन है जिसमें you need practice because you're taking up a lot of time, which means you need practice in that particular section. So you can go analyze your mock, जस्ट सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस, और मे बी जैसे कि एलआर के सेक्शन में बहुत ज्यादा टाइम जा रहा है, तो यू कैन जस्ट एनालाइज की पजल्स की वजह से जा रहा है या फिर वन लाइनर्स की वजह से जा रहा है। तो पजल्स की वजह से जा रहा है तो प्लीज प्रैक्टिस पजल्स, पुट अ टाइमर एंड प्रैक्टिस पजल्स। सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन, और स्कोर ग्रेजुअली ही इंक्रीज होगा। ऐसे एकदम इन द फर्स्ट मॉक यू आर नॉट, नोबडी स्कोर्स अ 130 एंड 140। सो इट विल हैपन ग्रेजुअली, एनालाइज योर मॉक्स, गिव सेक्शनल्स, कीप रिवाइजिंग ऑल द टॉपिक्स, सी कि तुम्हारा वीकर सेक्शन कौन सा है, स्ट्रॉन्ग सेक्शन कौन सा है, सो दैट यू कैन गिव द मॉक अकॉर्डिंगली। आदित्य, इफ यू वांट टू ऐड एनीथिंग।
No, I think that covers all of it. We'll take a last few questions before ending the stream. One question I just saw is ki uh, why are we taking Q&A every other day? So it's obviously just to help you guys. CAT का भी बहुत close है, and students get disheartened, and this is the time they start looking for OMETs and especially CET for the people जो महाराष्ट्र से है. तो इसीलिए we started this initiative कि we go live on Wednesdays and Sundays and try to solve your doubts and guide you all. So that is the objective. And we'll take
या
last couple of questions. One is very interesting, which will end with Ala Shivali. For that, उसके पहले 90% and CET, 95% and guys, पुराना CET का score doesn't matter. Start afresh. 90% मतलब you are still, तुम्हारे कुछ कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स तो क्लियर है, तो यू डोंट हैव टू डू दैट. बट इवन इफ यू आर एट जीरो, यू आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, अभी इनफ टाइम है टू क्रैक सीईटी, बिकॉज इतना डीप concepts का clarity is not required. It is easier questions that come in CET and it is speed based. If कैट के क्वेश्चंस आते भी है सीटी में, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन जो सपोज टू लीव. तो ये सब ही यू नीड टू नो. एंड today's last question that I want Shivali to answer is what does a day in JB look like? So just to tell you all, my JBIMS experience was online, unfortunately, but Shivali can probably tell about the days uh, at JB when it
या
was offline.
Yeah. So actually it depends. Like there are days when you will be having holidays as well, because we have visiting faculties. So you'll have your lectures on Sundays and Saturdays. Also you'll have your we had our lecture on 2nd of October. So I mean this is what happens at JBIMS. But I mean, on a daily basis, I would say it's more of like lectures. You have 2 to 3 lectures on a daily basis. Each lecture is spanned for like 3 hours, wherein you do get breaks after 1.5 hour. You also have to participate in case competitions, which are very interesting because that's how you get exposure to, what are the uh, real time problems that the companies are facing. You get an opportunity to put the solutions in front of them. You get selected for different, maybe you become national finalist. uh, you are able to put your solutions in front of the even the MD CEOs at the final rounds. So that's, I mean, even I had participated in many case competitions because that gives you a lot of experience. You research by yourself. uh, I would say, yeah, pretty much like this. And then everybody, I mean, all the lecturers were very helpful. There were many students from my batch who wanted to start something of their own, so they used to help them in their business, or how can you expand it, how can you go for it at first place. So it's really interesting. It's really amazing that you're getting exposure of the you're getting industry exposure at during when you're doing your PG itself. So that is a plus point, I would say. And yeah, this is how a day would look like. Maybe it's a free day, then you can go to Marine Drive as well.
कॉलेज वाले दिन पे भी आई एम श्योर between lectures and all, because there is no
Yeah,
campus. तो just Mumbai and जो
yeah,
कॉलेज के surroundings are a campus, which is चर्च गेट, ओवल मैदान उधर है, मतलब just walking भी मतलब 10 steps away ओवल
yeah.
मैदान. एंड मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी का कैंपस जिसमें राजा भाई क्लॉक टावर एंड मरीन ड्राइव. So yeah, I think 2 3 lectures and then a lot of time goes in 2-3 lectures and obviously उसके assignment and उसके लिए क्या पढ़ना पड़ता है and all of that and tests. उसके अलावा mainly you are preparing for summers or finals or placements and you are obviously participating in case competitions जो बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं throughout the year because almost every company has a case competition.
And also,
So thank
yeah.
yeah.
Also being a part of top week, I mean, not every college gets the opportunity to to participate in this case competition. So if you're from tier one college only, you get the opportunity. So you should look forward to these case competitions because they even get you a PPI, and then eventually you can convert it into a PPO.
Yeah, and you get money also.
Yeah.
Prize money of these competitions can 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs ये सब रहता है if you win it. And you can see Unstop or any of these. तो इस Unstop वाली वेबसाइट पे typically competitions होता है and you can see the list of colleges जिसमें eligible होते हैं. तो it's all tier 1 top 10 top 15 colleges. JB is I think 99% of the college competitions में तो है ही. So you get an opportunity to work with your friends, your batchmates on very very इंटरेस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम्स. तो काफी काफी इवेंटफुल रहता है, काफी हेक्टिक रहता है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस JBIMS. तो लाइफ ऑन द अदर साइड इज स्टिल गोइंग टू बी टफ गाइस बट रिवॉर्डिंग. So keep learning, keep studying hard, keep hustling, and कुछ भी questions है तो we'll answer that in our next live, which will be on Sunday at 8 p.m. And thank you so much for joining in, 30-40 of you. Hope this was helpful, and please reach out to us if you are looking for CET coaching. The number is in the description below, and for any other doubts, questions, either comments or you can join us in our live on Sunday. Thank you so much.